Hi, welcome to another video. I'm going to show you what I've added to my Depeche Mode collection over the last couple of weeks, starting with some 7 inches. So I'm going to try and do it in a chronological order. So first of all, Loving Itself 2, which is a 7-inch version of Loving Itself. This is from 1983 and it's got Fools on the B-side. Pretty common single. Thing about this is it's a variant. The copy I had originally in my original collection, it's got silver writing. Wherever there's white writing on this, it's silver on the other version. So here, for instance, and here, and also actually I noticed on the hand logo as well. Label inside is pretty much identical. It's just pretty plain looking label. And then in 1984, we've got Blasphemous Rumours. It's like a double A side with Somebody as well, and there's some live tracks, Told You So and Everything Counts on the B side. This is on Vogue, and I've already got this from France, but I've got paper labels, and this one is silver injection labels. And then from 1987, we've got the original release of Strangelove from the US with FPMIP, which is just Pimp F backwards. It's just a remix of Pimp F. On the B side, this is on Sire with the Saturn, the short-lived Saturn logo on. As usual with a US 7-inch, there's a little extra bit to make it easier to get the disc out. And when you get a disc out, typically these come punched. This is it's a promo, so yes, it came in that sleeve and said it had the Pimp F remix on the B side, but because it's promo, it's actually just got Strangelove on both sides, the A side and the B side. Now, what they did in the States in 1988 is they re-released Strangelove again with a slightly different mix. So there's a radio edit and a kind of remix version, which in the discography is on Wikipedia, let's say, is probably down as Strangelove 88. And this is the promo for that. No sleeve on this one. And it just says Strangelove on both sides, but in discography it tells you that there are actually 2 different remixes. And again, the old new logo. And then in 1989, to promote the 101 concert from Pasadena Rose Bowl, they released Everything Counts Live with Nothing on the B-side. Quite a distinctive cover on this one to match the artwork for 101 album. And there we've got Everything Counts and Nothing on the B-side. And then the thing about this disc is, again, I've already got it. As you'd imagine, I bought it when it actually came out. This version hasn't got the copyright text on the edge around here. Sorry, right around the edge here, compared to the other 7-inch that's already in my collection. So it's a variant again. It's been a bit of a bumper 2 weeks for 7 inches, so there's some more. Slightly more interesting generic sleeves. This is a reprise sleeve back in the day. Quite jazzy. This is Policy of Truth, normal US single from 1990 with Khalid on the B-side. And then in the same sort of cover is the 1993 release on Sire of I Feel You with Warm Cress on the B-side. And then 12 inches this time, I've got the special maxi single from Germany. This is a reissue. This is a reissue of Int 126.844, which is the equivalent of C Bong 11, a strangely titled limited edition. this is the reissue with the modern Mute logo on, well, Mute logo number 3 as they put it on Discogs. So this has got A Question of Lust and Christmas Island on the A side, and it's got If You Want, Shame and Blasphemous Rumours. These are all live tracks on the B side, and the usual pale blue label. And this one comes, as they all did actually, I think, with the little Bong 11 booklet that came with the cassette pack that came in a kind of cardboard envelope with a badge and this booklet and the cassette in a plastic bag. So it's been very good, isn't it? That's pretty cool. Again, you know, already had this in my collection. Even the German release, actually with an older logo on, but I don't think I have the booklet with it. And also, you know, it's good to have these variants too. And talking of variant represses from Germany is another one, a special maxi 45 RPM limited edition of Strangelove. So that was L12 Bong 13, please, in the graphics. It's got Strangelove blind mix on it. It's got Pimp F off the album, Music for the Masses, Strangelove Pain mix, and Agent Orange. And the reason I got this one is the back. The reason I got this is because it's direct metal mastered, and it's got the Saturn logo on. So yes, I've already got this, but if I've got a chance to get one with the Saturn logo on, I'll have it. Yes, please, thank you. And then staying on vinyl albums, I've got another version of Black Celebration. This is the embossed version. If I catch the light of it, you can see. So it's the original embossed version from 1986 in the UK. And yes, I've already got a UK version. And this has got a nice card in it with the lyrics and the icons on. And the reason I got this is because it is like a proper original version, not a reissue, and it's a Lyntone Pressing. Cool label. If you see a copy of Black Celebration being listed on eBay or something and it hasn't got this label on it, then it's going to be something a bit different to the UK version, because I think it was only the UK version that had this label on. And next I've got a very nice pressing of Music for the Masses from 1987. And yes, again, I've got a US version already, but that was the specialty pressing. This is the Allied pressing. So different pressing plant. Nice spot gloss on the back image and the front image there as well. So this is from 1987. And this did come with the original inlay with the lyrics on. And more photos of the speakers. Pretty boring label compared to the one I've just showed you. Just a normal Sire one. I think this one's got the time on one of the tracks is a little bit different. I think the time on Pimp F is listed slightly differently, but accurately on this version on the Allied pressing. And then from the same seller that I got the German 12 inches for on eBay, I also got a copy of Violator from the UK. Again, this is a UK variant, and it's just down to what's scratched in on the runoff groove. Quite a clean cover. Violator always shows ring wear quite easy because of the black cover. Inserts nice and tidy with the rose and the lyrics on the back. And quite a plain label again. Black Vogue number 3 at that point. And then finally some CDs. So, and quite a few of these were. Oh, actually, no, sorry. Whoa, rewind. More vinyl. One last thing. Songs of Faith and Devotion picture disc. Woohoo! I'm not going to play this. I don't want to knacker my stylus, but here it is. Let me get out the horrible plastic sleeve. So, yeah. This is quite a recent 2023 UK pressed picture disc with quite a clear list of the tracks on the back there. And this is not to be confused with another picture disc that was released further back in time, which I'll show you. Although it is very similar, which is this one. But yeah, a bit of a heavier pressing. This one I think is from, it's either Europe or Germany off the top of my head. It's pretending to be something it's not, with the, I think it's Spanish text on. And the back is a lot busier. Quite cool actually, lots of nice photos on this one. It would be nice if they just put the tracks in smaller text on this so you can see the photos better. But this is perhaps more impressive, even though it's trying to fake its origins by the subtitle, which I'm not going to try and pronounce. So now on to CDs. So first of all, speaking of spam, let's go chronologically in terms of the original release dates at least. This is quite a recent reissue because it's got extra tracks on it: Dreaming of Me, Ice Machine, Shout, Any Second Now, Just Can't Get Enough, Schizo Mix. So very familiar sort of track listing to people who've got the collector's version. And the only reason I got this really is because it had the yellow square on and it said Made in Holland with the Bell BIEM on it. So it's a medium motion repressing from Europe. Not sure about the date. And I can be a bit more certain on the date on this. This is a broken frame. This is from 1992. And the C and the S there, where my finger is, shows that it's on mute, Czechoslovakia label. Obviously Czechoslovakia doesn't technically exist anymore. So this is quite cute to have, and it's quite a distinctive CD as well. And then from the land of bootlegs, I've seen this one knocking about for silly money. This was a cheap pickup on Vinted, I think it was. Depeche Mode, The Third Strike. So it's got some sort of remixes contemporary up to music for the masses. Actually, no, contemporary up to Violator, as it happens. You can see the tracks hopefully on the back there. I won't read them out. I'll just hold it up for you. Oh, you can see the reflection of my new singles poster up there. Cool. I think the real pull for me was Enjoy the Silence Indefinite Mix, which I don't have on any other format. So it's good to get hold of that. I haven't listened to it. It's not that hugely amazing mix, but it's nice to have it. But Not Tonight, the Margouleff mix, Margouleff mix, I don't think I have that either. That's pretty cool too. The Joseph Watt remixes are good too. Obviously the Razor Made mixes are good. They're available elsewhere. Mayhem Mode is available quite easy, as is the Alan Moulder mix of Everything Counts, and the Nile Rodgers mix of Route 66. Behind the Wheel DJ remix edit might be the one that's on the fabled promo 7-inch. Photographic On You Sound remix is great, and Death Wish mix, or I Sometimes Wish I Was Dead On You Sound remix is cool as well. So it is actually a really good collection. And the quality of recording is a little bit bizarre because it sounds like they've recorded straight off vinyl. There is a lot of pops and crackles on some of the tracks, but I don't know, it's got that vinyl feel to it, so it's actually quite cool. The packaging itself is pretty dull. Nasty looking CDR and a blank piece of card to the background of the cover. So, and the cover is a negative of the back of Personal Jesus, and that is a still taken from the 101 concert, and I used to have that as a big old poster back in the day. Now selling for about £200 on eBay. God damn it. What else have we got? Songs of Faith and Devotion. Bit of a grubby box, but I like the original texture. Well, not texture, you know, the ribbed sort of side to it. And the transparent case. The reason I've got this is that I noticed it had very small, but you can just about see it, Liberation Records on the case, which means it's from Australia. And then another variation. How many copies of this do I need? The reason I got this again is you can't really tell from the back there, but this is off Vinted on the photo. Thankfully, the seller did take photos of the actual disc, which many don't. Weird logo, never seen that logo before. And that's the logo for MNWILR, which is a Scandinavian label or distribution company. And having never seen it before, I thought, yes, £1.50 on Vinted. Yes, please, I'll have that. And finally, another one of these. I don't think we've got many of these, actually. This is a Tour of the Universe album on the Live Here Now label, which is a Mute subsidiary. They did the live concerts. This is from December the 18th, 2009, from Manchester in the UK. Oh yeah, it was released 2010, it says. Yeah, well, it's quite late, isn't it? December. So they would have had a Christmas break and would have pressed it and mailed it out in 2010 to those people that wanted it. So it's obviously it's from the Sounds of the Universe tour. They all had very similar discs, but obviously they put different date and venues on. But the inlay was, apart from where it's got the venue and the date printed there, the inlays were all the same. And it's like a big fold out inlay with a picture of the stage and a bit of blurb and some nice photos. So it was like a kind of memento of actually being at that particular concert. And there's a huge run of these concert discs, and they're pretty tricky to get hold of. And again, this is a Vinted pickup. So don't discount Vinted. It's not just for clothes and shoes these days. Right, well, that's it for another 2 weeks. Thank you very much for watching. If you like this video and you're not subscribed, please subscribe. That would be cool. You can click the notification button as well, so you will get a notification. But it's usually every Saturday or Sunday, every 2 weeks that I do these videos. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Cheers.